evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out. I'll call to order the City Council for November 17th. My name is Rick Floyd, pro Mayor Tim. I'm covering for Mayor Amadon tonight, who is out, and also Council Member Morrow is out tonight. So please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for Councilmember Lane will lead us in prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for allowing us to be here tonight and to serve the great city of Travelers Rest, Lord. We just pray for wisdom, discernment, and unity in the decisions that are made for our town, Lord.
All right, first, hear approval for the October 20th regular council meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And these are the new minutes that we have in front of us
Yeah.
also,
Yes.
correct?
Yep. Any discussion? We already said. All right, we have citizen participation tonight, and forgive me, I don't want to, your last name, I'm having a hard time. It's Christina? Okay, all right. You have 5 minutes to talk, so, or 5 minutes or less, and I will start a timer to give you time, so are you ready? And just introduce yourself, your name and your address, so we know where you live and who you
My name is Christina Panayotov. Good evening to you all. And I live here in Travelers Rest, about 6/10 of a mile directly behind you all in the North Cliff subdivision. And the reason I'm here to whine and complain is I recently found out something that I didn't know, and I would bet you no one in my whole subdivision to whom I've spoken since knows about it. I had several months ago a water heater changed out, and so this company had my email, and they've been sending me coupons. So I gave a coupon to my next door neighbor, and she called them up because I knew she was going to have her HVAC system totally changed out. So the day came, and because it was such a major amount of work, like 4 trucks, well-identified, well-marked trucks come up. And these guys are going in and out of my next-door neighbor's house. I'm at 203 Wild Geese Way. And so my neighbor's home the whole time she's home. And guys are going in and out of her house. And so they all left. They left some of their cars that they left to go to lunch, okay? Meanwhile, she's still home. She comes out to get her mail, and I happen to be getting my mail at the same time, and she's on the phone, I think, with you, and she's like, because she comes out, and there's the big stop order on her garage, and it lists the city with the 834-8740 number on it, and it's like a stop work order. And she's mystified because she's saying, all these guys were there. Why? And it's signed by Jay, whom I understand is like building code inspector. And she said, I've been here the whole day. Nobody knocked on the door. Nobody rang the doorbell. And all these guys are here. Wouldn't it have been like a lot more professional to either knock on my door or ask one of these guys? So she told those guys, they came, classy outfit, they came right down here, got the licenses and the permits. And I thought, who knows about this?
Who is they, ma'am? Who is they, if you don't mind me
Do
asking?
you mean the company?
Yes, ma'am.
It was Preferred Home Services.
Okay.
And they were originally a company well-established in Charleston, and they've been here, I'm talking through my hat, in the past year, and they're serving all of Greenville County, prospering business, totally, great people, and like I said, classy. They came right down, dealt with Renee, got the license and the permit. And I said, this is ridiculous. Nobody knows about this. Nobody knows about this. So I come up, unload on the office, and then I came up the next day to apologize. But I was briefed by Renee, and I found out when things are slow in Travelers Rest, Renee goes out in her car and goes around to the city limits of Travelers Rest, which again, not many people know exactly what the city limits of Travelers Rest are. And she spots vehicles, marked vehicles, of course, and runs back here and looks up to see if they have these licenses. And then she notified Jay, and he came, not knocking on the door, not ringing the doorbell, and posted that notice up. So then I came up, and I talked a lot with Renee, and she helped me to understand. She said, for every single job, anybody working on your house, and you have to have a work permit specifically only for that job and a license only for that job. And I thought, that is ridiculous. Nobody knows about that for sure. And then what's even more mind-boggling is that if you have a $5,000 job, the work permit is this amount of money, and a $50,000 job, work permit is a lot more. And so at first I thought I had misunderstood, and then I came up and did clarify it. I thought,
Christine,
well,
I'm sorry.
the license is
your-
for the whole year, certainly.
Your 5 minutes is up, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, so that's my complaint. Nobody knows about that, but, and
The
like,
reason, the city has these, a lot of people do know about them, but the reason we have that is protect the citizens, so it's not some fly-by-night company that comes out and works on houses or does shabby
wait,
work.
say that again.
So it's to protect the citizens of Travelers Rest, because we don't want some company that is not legitimate business that comes in and scams somebody out of money. So that's the main reason. But we can discuss this later on. We only have the 5 minutes tonight, but I'll be glad to get back with
Okay.
you or
And
someone with the city.
recently,
So
that letter went out to everybody about the Metro Connects. Why can't let everybody be let know about that? Because
all right.
nobody knows that.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
So I can stay?
Sure,
course.
please do. Yep. We need somebody here.
They're
You're
always
the only one.
open. You can come to every meeting if you like.
Okay, so ordinance for second reading, we have none. Committee reports, Public Works, Chair Chris.
Okay, so we looked at our minutes, we approved them. We talked about the winter seasonal decor to be hung and displayed throughout downtown, and adding decorative benches and landscaping projects throughout the town. And that's our report. Thank you.
All right, next, Public Safety, Chair Byers.
The Public Safety Committee met on November 7th and discussed the October public safety reports. We discussed Furman's growth. The city is working with Furman's Master Plan Committee regarding its future needs and our fire department services. Chief Ford notified the committee of the COPS grant, allowing them to hire a full-time community officer. A discussion ensued regarding the speed trailer and where to place it throughout the city. The municipal court had no new business, and permits have increased due to Pinestone construction.
Thank you. Next, Ways and Means, Chair Baumgartner.
The Ways and Means Committee met on November 7th and discussed the October Ways and Means reports. We also talked about, met on October 10th and discussed the following items. There was no financial report on the November 7th, and council will now review the financial report. Okay. That's my report. I am not going to ask for us to review the financials because, as we know, the financial report, as I discovered late last night, was not complete. Eric does have it complete, and I believe he sent out a new email today. I have not had a chance to review it, and I'm not comfortable asking council to approve that without me even having a chance to review it. So we will take a look at the financial report for next month.
Okay, thank you very much. Next,
ends my report.
well, thank you very much. Next, Planning and Development, Chair Vest.
The Planning and Development Committee met on November 7. We discussed the October Planning and Development Report. We also discussed a rezoning at 3 Plaza Drive, and there will be a public hearing on 11/22 for that. And that concludes my report.
To Ordinance for resolution for first reading, amendment to City Travelers Rest, Councilmember Vest.
Yes, I will make a motion to consider this ordinance shortly. A real quick update on this. There are some minor tweaks coming to the language in this, which we will see before second reading. So I just want to put that out there before we vote for this for first reading, that there are minor tweaks to come, which you may have seen a memo from Mr. Foreman on that. So with that, I move to consider ordinance O-15-22, an amendment to the City of Travelers Rest zoning ordinance to introduce section 517, the downtown district, and other amendments related thereto.
We have a second.
I will second that, yes.
And any discussion? Anyone?
Mike, anything to add there on the?
That's what I wanted to ask. And the tweaks are just simply language tweaks that, I mean, we're not looking at just cleaning up some language, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing structural, I don't believe, yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Yep.
Anything else? All approved? Thank you. Next, we have a consider resolution R-06-22 to authorize Amanda Connolly to sign checks, correspondence, and other documents on behalf of City of Travelers Rest. So I will read that. It is, whereas Amanda Connolly has been hired as city clerk for the City of Travelers Rest, and whereas Amanda Connolly shall be vested with the responsibilities established by Travelers Rest City Code and state law, and now therefore, the City Council of the City of Travelers Rest duly assembled hereby grants all the said authority vested in the city clerk by law and ordinance to Amanda Connolly, including but not limited to authority to sign checks, correspondence, and other documents on behalf of the city in the capacity designated by the resolution. She is authorized to sign a standard signature card on the City of Travelers Rest accounts at the Bank of Travelers Rest or at any other financial institute holding funds in the name of the city to reflect the authority established by the resolution. The powers delegated by this resolution shall remain in effect until further action by the City Council to repeal or modify the provisions of the resolution. On this date, November 17th, 2022.
Still shouldn't sign for all.
All right.
I will second that.
It
Right, all in
sounds
favor?
like there's some discussion.
Any discussion? Do you have any questions?
I'm sorry?
Any
It sounds like
questions,
you have
discussion?
questions
I
or
do.
concerns.
Is it appropriate for her to sign for her own self, something that she is concerned with? Could Beth not sign it, somebody outside of Amanda sign? I mean, she's signing for something that she will be instrumental in taking care of. So my question is, should she sign the ordinance?
The resolution,
Yeah,
I believe it is appropriate. I think that's how we've always done it. I mean, the council has taken an action to adopt the resolution. I think just her as the clerk is one of the signatures, including, I believe, the mayor, so.
yeah, well, you as well, but I mean, I would just want to make sure about that before, unless, something came
I
back
don't
on
think it would have any bearing on the council's
Okay.
action to approve the resolution.
All right, if you can assure me of that, I'm good with it.
Are check signers bonded?
No, I believe that there may be some language in our ordinance referencing bonding requirements, but since I've been here, the city in practice has not required a bond.
Maybe something to consider going forward.
Any other discussion? Questions, concerns? All in favor? All right, thank you. Old business, we have none. New business, we have none. Miscellaneous, any miscellaneous matters from city council? None? All right. Eric, do you have anything?
Just wanted to mention that we hosted a large group from Gaston County this week, Gastonia. And there was a group of community leaders came down to look at the Swamp Rabbit Trail, and specifically, they wanted to come look at Travelers Rest. So that was a big honor for them to come and look at our trail, and the mayor and myself and Beth Sikignano put together an itinerary for them and hosted them and took them around and showed them all the great things that we have going on here in the city. They were very impressed, and they went back home, and they're working on a similar trail project called the Carolina Thread Trail that will connect small towns similar to our Swamp Rabbit Trail in Gaston County.
Very cool.
And Philip, downtown, I don't know if you guys have seen downtown with the mulch and the new tree. It looks great. They were finishing it up today, I think, so it looks really nice in downtown area, so. Anything else? All right, motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Will be it.
Good evening.
You too.